What's up, everybody? How's it going? I am excited. I was in the middle of recording this video that you're about to see right here, but I just happened to check YouTube, and guess what I saw? 300 subscribers. So I just wanted to say thank you. All you guys out there, some of my OG subscribers, down to the new folks who just joined today, thank you. I love playing mobile games and playing all types of various video games, but sharing the content with all of you is why I do it. So the more people who want to see it, the better. So you guys are the reason why I do these videos. And I love doing live streams because I love the interactivity. So I'm going to try and do some more of that. I was doing it pretty frequently, but I kind of had to cut back a little bit with the new baby. But I'll try my best to do some more live streams in the future. But for now, stay tuned for this awesome short video of my top 3 tips. Thank you once again, guys. You're awesome. What's up, everyone? I'm Kahns. I am back with some more Titanfall Assault. Let me ask you a question. Seriously. You keep wondering why you lose a lot. You're hitting a wall, you can't get more trophies, you can't get past a certain number of trophies, you can't rank up out of your division, your pilots are always dying, your titans never seem to do any work, your burn cards, who knows what they're doing. Do you feel that way? You suffering a lot of defeats? Well, get ready, because I'm about to change that for you. For all realness though, this is going to be my top 3 tips video on how to get more wins. And a little disclaimer, this is very subjective, what I'm about to show you, because my tips might not work for everybody, but these 3 tips are what helped me become a better player in this game. And yeah, I have a little defeat showing up here, but I mean, as you can see, victory, 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 victory. I very rarely lose. I think that defeat was actually from my live stream that night where I had the super expensive deck. But yeah, so I hope these tips help, and they definitely made it turn around for me, especially in the very early times of the game. I found myself losing a lot of the pilot battles in the early game that I'd have to always climb my way back to try and pull off a win towards the end. That still tends to happen depending on the pilots I'm facing, but more often than not, I want to say maybe about 80% of the time I win my pilot battle at the very start. So yeah, stay tuned for these tips. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of the video because I'm announcing my giveaway winner. So make sure you stick around for that. Alright guys, tip number 1 is to focus on controlling 2 hard points. And this was very useful to me because I'd get to a point where I'd get slightly tilted, I'd keep losing frequently, and then I really kind of had to bring myself back to basics and say, just focus, like, Kahns, come on, just hold 2 hard points. That's all you need to do in order to win a game. So that's something that really helps me, and as you can see in this kind of match behind me, all I literally did is focused on C and B. I didn't even really look at A, didn't really pay attention to the heavy turret. I just focused on doing whatever I could to hold B and C, countering my enemy, whatever he threw out, conserving energy to make sure I had what I needed to counter whatever he could throw at me. And that alone, I mean, that's a big tip number 1, because that alone is that's how you win a game. You really need 2 hard points. There's nothing that could stop you from winning other than him doing a strong Titan push, but we can get how to stop that later on. But as long as you can hold 2 hard points, you're gonna win the game. Alright guys, up next for my tip number 2 is energy conservation, and kind of knowing when to save your energy or work on saving your energy, especially if you're at a very big losing advantage. As you can see behind me, I'm down 3 hard points, And typically in this situation, as I'm losing 3 hard points, I would just, anything I had, I would throw these troops over here, throw this pilot over here, throw these troops over here, hit a missile there, in hope, and it's more kind of a praying or hoping. Essentially it's gambling to see if these 5 grunts could take on this one pilot, which 90% of the time I would lose. So really, this tip is all about how to conserve your energy, not how to conserve your energy, but focusing on saving your energy, because it's much more effective to let an opponent get, say, another 10 points while you sit there and can save enough energy to throw 3 pilots at 1 hardpoint, and that's almost a guaranteed that you'll claim that hardpoint, and then you'll have 3 nice pilots to move on, or they'll be contested by something, but you can then back them up, because by that time you'll have more energy to support them, whether it's throwing a Titan out or a burn card to kind of keep them alive, something. So as you can see, like in this video here, I was down, well, not that one, but I was down by 3 turrets through hard points, and I managed to come back and take 2. Same thing happening here. I'm getting bombarded, but I did a 3 pilot, pretty much a hardpoint rush, and I managed to claim that hardpoint, even though I was doing fairly well in this match where I had 2 hardpoints already previously. But it's the concept of just because you have energy doesn't mean you have to spend it. It's something. It's something that really requires practice, because, like I said, for me, just even in any game I played where it's energy based, if I have energy, I want to put it down. If I have energy, I want to, any opportunity I can, any attack I can put at somebody. If I have the energy, I want to do it. But really, it's another fundamental concept similar to tip number 1, to really focus on saving that energy to use it for useful counters, because it's much easier to win a hard point with multiple troops rather than 1 card. So yeah, and it really worked out for me in a lot of these matchups that I'm showing you. Alright everybody, and for tip number 3, and this is my biggest one, the most useful one that's really made a turnaround for how I played the game, and this is understanding threat control and really understanding how the AI chooses its target and how it decides when to change target. And a good example is what just happened right there against that boomer. And the simplest way to kind of understand this is if you have one pilot attacking your pilot, and then it's getting that pilot to change target to attack something else so your pilot can survive and then still take down their pilot. And what I'll do is I'm going to back up in this video, and if you watch the boomer in this fight, the boomer is sitting there. You're going to see he's going to change to attack my stim bruiser right above him, and then I'm going to drop some grunts right below him, and then you're going to see his shield turn around, and he's going to attack my grunts now. And basically it's the act of forcing him to interrupt his target, and the easiest way to do this is just dropping a burn card or a Titan on top of their head, or a Sim Ninja on top of their head. Any card that you can drop anywhere on the map, you drop it on their head. But to get a little more in depth with it, like if you're facing a Pyro Bruiser, and you want him to not spew the thermite all over your pilots, is you drop a burn card that's in close proximity to him, that's closer than what he is to your pilots, behind him. So this way he has to turn around, and then he'll spew his thermite away from your pilots, and then your pilots are free to take open and fire upon the Pyro Bruiser. And a good example is coming up right here. You're going to see I'm going to drop a sentry up there at hardpoint A, and I'm going to keep the sentry alive until I capture that hardpoint. And basically it's just dropping grunts and troops around it, so the enemy pilots just keep attacking my grunts. Nah, it's not in this match. It's going to be a little later on. But this is also useful for if you have two Titans taking on your base turret. Look at this. I drop a sentry in there. This Strider then now changes target. He's now attacking my sentry, and between my heavy base, my sentry, and my troops, they take out that Strider. So here you go. I have a sentry in the middle there, level 11. He has 2 pilots. He's also going to drop some grunts. But if you just see how I consistently drop my troops around him, he never ends up targeting my sentry because I drop troops right on his head. And he's attacking my sentry now, but now he's then changed targets. You can see my troops will take damage. It's hard to go back, but wow, I'm all over the map here. I'm getting a little seasick. But look, that sentry is still there, alive in the middle. And that is the basic concept. Like, so that's what I tell them when people ask, what is the best tip that you can offer? And that is what I tell them. It's that, you know, understanding threat and realizing that when you drop a burn card, a Titan, something in proximity that's closer than what your pilots are to that enemy, he will then change targets and attack the closest thing to him. And it's not necessarily the fact that you're making him attack what you're dropping, it's the fact that you're interrupting his ability or his attack that he's doing. For instance, if you have a gunner shooting your pilot, that gunner is not going to change target regardless if anyone comes closer, because he's just going to keep firing. But if you drop a troop in proximity to him, that's going to make him move a little bit. You're interrupting his shooting, so then he's then gonna, the AI is gonna, you know, recalculate, and then it's gonna change to the target that's closer to him. So if the troop that you dropped is closer, your pilot is now free to shoot on the gunner without taking any damage. There it is. That is the golden tip for me. That alone made me start winning 90% of my pilot battles, or what did I say, 80%? I don't want to say, it's probably, it's 80%, let's just say that. That is how I win almost every pilot fight. There it is, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is giveaway time, and give a big congrats to a Nate Radaball. When you see this, please contact me on the back end of my channel, and we will figure out a way to securely get you this code so I know it's you, and nobody else gets the code before you do. Alright guys, that's the vid. Those are my top 3 tips that really helped me grow as a player in Titanfall Assault. If you focus on those 3 things, at least it worked for me. I hope it worked for you guys out there. If you focus on those, you'll grow from there. They're basic fundamental concepts that you can use in multiple situations, especially that tip number 3 with the threat control. So yeah, if you're new to my channel and you like this stuff, you like what I'm putting out there, be sure to hit me with a subscribe. And if you haven't already, please like this video, and stay tuned for my next one, because I'm going to start another giveaway just like this, same reward, 1100 tokens. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.